And I just, oh my goodness, it's our 2-year anniversary here. Woo. I'll tell you, many a worried night wondering if it was the right decision, but looking around the room, it clearly was, and you can't thank Spirit enough for cultivating a community here with everyone. So, how is everybody today? Good?
Great.
Are you ready for some Spirit?
Yeah.
I don't know, I mean, I know the mediums in the back, like, I can barely breathe. I'm like, okay, yes, no problem, got here. You got, I mean, there's some pushy ones here today. You gotta make sure I get through. I'm like, oh my goodness. I was telling Jules, they think they own the place. And Jules was like, well, it does say Spirit Center. Good point. So welcome, everybody. This is our monthly Spirit service, second Sunday of the month. It's wonderful to look around and see so many familiar faces and so many new faces. It's just wonderful because that shows that the word is spreading. It shows that you're telling friends, you're sharing, and we're coming together. Now, it may get a little warm in here, right? It's a hot day, we have the air on, but this is how I would like for you to look at this, as really a bonus for our 2-year anniversary, a bonus shamanic heat session. You know, just for you. All right, so we are going to start with our message from Spirit. And you ready?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready today?
Yeah.
Okay. What perspective pulls your energy? Are you spending time wondering on how difficult things are? How unlucky you've been? Do you spend your days looking at others rather than yourself, comparing yourself? Do you crave change? Do you continuously seek what others have rather than what lies before you? If you slow your breath, you will see the gems of joy that we are giving you each day. There may be times of difficulty. There may be times of feeling tested. You will want more. But we want you to see that you already have all that is before you. You have the gift to create what you seek. You focus on the struggle and not the solution. You allow confusion to control your thoughts. When you sit with us, you will begin to see the pieces come together. You will begin to see how we attempt to shift your perception to one of understanding, that all is well. We see you worry. We see the tears. We see that you spin with lack of clarity. We want to remind you that we are right here with you. You are not alone, but rather we are moving and shifting you to a better path, a path that illuminates with your love. The struggles you face are there to help you realize your own magic, to realize your perseverance, your inner beauty, and your gift. We do not want to see you struggle, but to see that you are stronger than you realize. If you are broken, we have given you the love to heal. If you are lost, we have shown you the way to safety. You have everything you need right with you in this moment. We sit with you now and hold you tight. You always have us on your side. We sit with you in love. You carry hurt, pain, and responsibility, and you try to do this all alone. We ask that you unload the burden onto us. Sit with us, talk with us, and leave those worries with us. You are meant to live a joyful life, a pure life of nothing but love. Love anything that you can. Love with everything you have. and you will begin to see your perspective change. You will see that there is nothing to shed a tear over, unless that is a tear of joy, which we excitedly accept on your behalf. With this retrograde, that's it, with this retrograde. I'm ready to tap out. I don't know about you guys. That's it. You got me. But there's a lot going on, right? A lot of emotions, communications, confusion. Just kind of sit tight through it. Really surrender each step of the way. Because when you fight it just creates more stress and burden on you, right? Worrying about if you got it all right. You probably don't. Don't worry about it. If we have it all right, we've already transitioned. So just look at it that way. All right, let's talk about our talk of the day. This one is a little personal, and I hope you don't mind, but it is celebrating the 2-year anniversary. 2 years, and I just want you to do me a favor and take a moment and look around the room. Just look at the person next to you, behind you, around you. This is 2 years because of you, each and every one of you, and you at home. And so thank you for that. It's your energy that contributes to the space in the center that makes this the community it is. I can remember so vividly trying to make the decision about the center. I was terrified. I was like, no, I've got this home, and it's a really nice home, and I've got this backyard, and I've got this studio, it's fine. And Spirit was like, but you can't grow here. And I was afraid. What if I create this space and no one comes? I once had a birthday party. I was young. I can't even remember because it was a little painful. Maybe around 10 to 12. It was at, I believe, Burger King, and I was so excited because it was Burger King. And no one came to that birthday party. Not one person. I'm not really sure what happened. Could have been lack of communication. It could have been, I don't know, because I was too young to know. But what I do remember is the pain it caused, that no one was there. So every time I have a party or a gathering or a celebration, that anxiety creeps in, right? But I breathe through it and say, no, people will come. Who was meant to be there will be there. And so it's really quite beautiful to see that you are here. And so I really do want to thank you. Spirit kept saying this would be a beautiful community. Mediums will use it. It will bring people together. So, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to encourage you to move past any fear that you have about your own life. Are you holding back? Be honest with yourself. Are you really giving it everything you've got each and every day, each and every moment? Don't think you'll get tired. Spirit will give you the energy. You have to trust them. When you talk to them, they make it easier. You are not meant to live a life of average. A life where you continuously have that feeling that there's something more. I should be doing something else. If you're feeling this way, change it. We keep waiting for it to come to us, right? Aren't you waiting for that opportunity, waiting for that love to come in, waiting for that job offer? We wait for opportunity and clarity and decisions to arrive on our doorstep in a perfectly wrapped box. But this isn't how it happens. Be proactive in your life. Seek what you want to fulfill in your soul. If you are unsure of what that is, then spend time with yourself. Turn off the TV. Turn off the radio. Move away from the distractions and the endorphin hits. Move away from the monkey mind. Ask your soul, friend, what do you need to feel fulfilled? If you don't have the back of your own soul, how do you expect anyone else to ever have it for you? You may be surprised at what Spirit gives you. It probably isn't going to be a fancy car or a big house or other material objects. They're nice. I'm not going to turn them away. But when you fulfill your soul, you may find that it's about peace, love, comfort, maybe more creativity in your life, healing, friendship, relationships, integrity, authenticity. Perhaps you need to give your soul more time in nature or to remove the chaos and drama that is continuously manifesting itself. Be courageous in your decisions. Don't worry about stepping stones. Step into your own authenticity and walk proudly in your values. Give yourself downtime. Love yourself and immerse in what the universe is providing you at this very moment. Think just for a second now. Take a breath in. Take a breath in. I want you to really think about something you're very grateful for in this moment. Do you feel that? That is your soul. Do you see how it instantly raised your vibration? Did you feel that? Do that daily. Do that when you're feeling down, feeling doubtful, when you're feeling discouraged, when you're feeling lonely. Take a breath in. What am I grateful for in this moment? You are never alone. You are never lost. You are never meant to settle. As we celebrate 2 years here today, allow this to be your celebration. Make today the day that you decide to never live an ordinary life again. Where will Spirit take you? Oh. They say with a wicked laugh. The places are endless. Simply surrender, trust, and be courageous, and you will live a life that is so fulfilled beyond your imagination, you will truly manifest your soul's happiness. Beautiful redhead. Just pass that right on up to the front. Just pass it up in the front. Just, there you go. Pass. There you go. There we go. Look at this. We're going to pass around the basket. If you'd like to make a $10 donation, it's so appreciated. It goes back into the center here. And as you're doing that, I'm so excited and thrilled and honored to mention our professional, inspirational speaker today. I love this little button of love. She is multi-talented, multifaceted, from everything from mediumship, psychic, intuition, to talking about Akasha, everything. I mean, you name it, this girl does it. Everything. And so, chakra clearing, Akashic records, it's endless. It's like she's the encyclopedia of light worker. So what she's going to do today, though, is give us a talk about ancestral blocks, what's holding you there. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Now, she's only got about 10 minutes to do that. So. favor and just refrain from the questions, just because she only has a certain amount of time, but she's going to explain it. And then if you stay afterwards, I'm sure she can elaborate on any questions that you may have, okay? But I just so appreciate her coming and supporting. She holds classes here, celebrates, always offers her services. And I just love her absolute bubbly personality. It's so cute. You'll see if you haven't seen her before. The name of her company is called Healing Shin Arts. And what's beautiful about it is that it truly is healing. Okay? So please put your hands together and let's welcome
I wanted to talk today about the importance of ancestral and past life events because what you don't know can still affect you. First, ancestral influences. Did you know that what happened to your grandmother and even your grandmother's grandmother can still affect you now? We know our lives are shaped by our own experiences, and we can readily acknowledge the influences because we've actually lived them. But we're also shaped by events that happened before we even got here. These past events create ancestral blueprints, which are typically shaped by, unfortunately, trauma, grief, shame, guilt, hopelessness, and even suffering, which affect us unconsciously during our lifetime. And these transgenerational themes are transferred from one generation to the next. So traumas tend to keep us from moving forward. And that's why we need to look at that. By keeping us in a prison of unconscious behavior. So it's a really good idea to take a look. And some background. New York's Mount Sinai Hospital published a study that showed that trauma suffered by Holocaust survivors can trigger genetic changes in the DNA of their children. It showed that one person's life experience can affect subsequent generations. And there can be a transmission of trauma through epigenetic inheritance. Trauma has the ability to change DNA. So studies of pregnant Dutch women during the hunger winter from November 1944 to spring of 1945, that was during the World War II, found that children of mothers who were malnourished during their first trimester had children with higher rates of obesity in later years. The traumatic events and the stress in the womb transferred to the children, the grandchildren, and even the great-grandchildren. I know this is really dark and deep, but you can also inherit the memory of trauma. So scientists at Emory University trained mice to fear the smell of cherry blossoms by pairing the smell with a small electric shock. I know, animals will see. But the offspring of these mice have the same fear response to the smell of cherry blossom, even though they never encountered the smell before. So it's very, very powerful. Author Jacqueline Woodson, who was on NPR, raised the question of ancestral memory in the descendants of African slaves who crossed the Atlantic in ships under horrific conditions. So Woodson spoke about whether the prevalence of high blood pressure and fear of swimming in large bodies of water among African Americans today may be an epigenetic response. So traumas can lead to inherited depression and anxiety, even if families deal with it by denying the events or by being silent about it. So future generations can still feel its influence even without its overt knowledge. Author and psychotherapist Anne Schutzenberger wrote a book called Ancestor Syndrome: Transgenerational Psychotherapy and the Hidden Links in the Family Tree. She described a troubled patient who every Sunday went out looking for and collecting stones and breaking them, and then also catching butterflies, trapping them in jars, and using gas before pinning them up. It was a very strange hobby. He later found out that there was a family secret about his grandfather that he never knew about, and no one spoke about in his family. His grandfather was in a labor camp type prison where he was forced to break rocks, and he was also executed in a gas chamber. So truth generally has a way of surfacing. So we are supercomputers, each and every one of us, and we can be programmed, and our programming is very powerful. When we're young, our parents program us, and that's why we later become our parents, right? As a parent, he's in denial. So there is sufficient proof that negative experiences can be passed down from our ancestors. The good news is that we can reprogram ourselves for our sakes and for our descendants, our children. So now let's talk about past life or karmic influences. Some of you may be wondering how past life or karma affects our well-being now. This is typically where unexplained issues are rooted. So, for example, someone might have a phobia, but can't pinpoint its origins, like the phobia of dogs, but they've never been bitten. Or if someone experienced a stabbing to the left shoulder in one life, and they have this weird pain that just won't go away in the left shoulder. Or if someone made a vow of poverty or chastity, and they can never get ahead in the romantic field or in the financial field, or in prosperity. So, or if your mother rejected you in one lifetime, and you may have a terrible fear of abandonment in this lifetime. So things like that tend to have a way of coming up. And this affects us and can be triggered in this lifetime by things that we can't explain. And we can also be drawn to people or events that are not good for us. So we can find ourselves trapped in behavior cycles and even self-sabotage until we learn our lesson. Understanding past lives helps us understand our motivations, our desires, and our current life challenges and circumstances. So by acknowledging and extending forgiveness to our past selves, our current self can experience growth and release mental and emotional symptoms like stress, fear, anxiety. And does everyone know who Edgar Cayce is?
Yes.
Okay. He's a famous psychic and medical intuitive who died in 1945. So he was able to use info from the Akashic records about someone's past lives to diagnose a person's medical condition, and then healing would ensue, right? So the most famous contemporary author of past lives is Dr. Brian Weiss, and he wrote Many Lives, Many Masters, and also Miracles Happen. He has a daughter named Amy Weiss who developed cataracts at 25. So at 25, she had old man's eyes. So she detailed on Oprah's Super Soul Sunday that she had tried past life regression before, but nothing ever really stuck, nothing happened. But one day her dad was doing a workshop at her place of work, and so she decided to go. And in this session, she went through regression, and she found out that in her past life, she was an old hermit in the Middle Ages. And townspeople thought this old man was an evil wizard, and so they burned his house down and all his possessions. So, and as he saw everything burn, and he hurt his eyes. And as her father went through the regression, he asked, what is the life lesson that you learned in that lifetime? And she heard, sadness clouds the eyes. Okay. So after that single session, her cataracts disappeared. Wow, right? So it's miraculous. And healing isn't the only upside to clearing past lives or karma. Talents and abilities from past lives can also be harnessed. For example, foreign languages can be picked up easily if someone's lived and spoken in that language before. Or someone who was an engineer or a mechanic in a past life can now fix anything without being taught. People who have never painted can paint like a master. And it also makes you wonder if past life gifts create child prodigies, right? So it makes you go, okay. But it's also important to note that these gifts can be tapped into at any age, just by going back into your past lives and accepting those gifts. Ancestral and past life influences, both good and bad, should be acknowledged. That's the first step to healing and living our best life now. There's an old saying, the truth will set you free. We can heal ourselves by shining a light on our past and its current effect on us, whether it's with blocks, limiting beliefs, negative patterns or fears, and by bringing them to consciousness from the unconscious, acknowledging the issue, forgiving ourselves, having gratitude, like what we talked about, for our lessons and our gifts, we can experience divine healing. And it doesn't matter the technique you use to look at and clear the issues, whether it's the Akashic Records or Chinese energy healing. The trick is to approach things with neutrality, because we don't see straight when we're triggered, right? So once we clear the issues, we can make our lives easier. And clearing blocks is like cutting away dead weight so that you can soar and enjoy optimum health, prosperity, career advancement, great relationships, and love. And finding your ancestral or past life gifts is the ultimate present to yourself today. So with that said, I want to encourage you all to get friendly with your past.
Well, that was helpful, huh? Isn't it? Now you're all gonna go home and spend the day thinking about yourself. Like, I wonder where that comes from. And you might look at that family tree a little bit different next time you're on Ancestry.com, right? Oh. All right, you guys ready for messages? We have 3 fantastic, incredible mediums today. Just for time's sake, I'm going to tell you briefly about, in general terms, how they work so that when they get up here, they're ready to just go. Sound good? Here's the thing. Some of them see, hear, feel, and what they do is like pieces to a puzzle. They put that together. They may go direct, meaning I feel like I have a mother with you in spirit. Would you be able to understand that? Or they may say, I have a mother, she's giving me this, this, and this. Can anyone take it? So here's the deal. See, I'm putting my hands on my hips for emphasis. Claim your loved one. Okay? Claim them. Raise your hand. It doesn't matter if someone raised it before you, right? This is not Family Feud where the first buzzer gets the... All right? Raise your hand. The medium will work out who that spirit is for. Sometimes there's piggybacking, meaning it's for one, but there's the other mom. Like, I always find a lot of moms like to do this myself, but they're like very similar, and they both need to come through, but they know they don't have time. So one mom said, "All right, you go," but the other daughter, she's going to know it's me. So just kind of trust that process. They may come forward with a name. Got to think of those names. Your name helps. You'd be surprised, you may forget it. Middle names, living, and those in spirit. Okay? So I just want you to say yes, loud and proud. Yes? No? I don't know.
Yes.
Ready? Yes?
Yes.
No? No. I don't know. Loud, because the people at home want to hear, right? Because they don't get to look around the room. We want to hear because we're nosy. We want to know about your loved ones, what happened. We want to know the gossip. together because not everyone will get a message this morning. However, you may experience some healing, enlightenment, and sense of peace by hearing someone else's message. Sound good?
Yes.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Sound good?
Yes.
All right, let's get started. Our first medium today, just such a great friend of mine. I absolutely love how she works, how she's so committed to spirit. She is a Reiki master. It's like one of those big old titles. But trust me, it's got like fire in it and all of that. So huge Reiki master, crystals, medium, psychic. She teaches. She has a space not too far from here. Always dedicating and donating her gift and her time for spirit and to help those around her. So please put your hands together and welcome Jules Davis.
Hello, everybody. YuSon's talk gave me a lot to think about since I'm a grandchild of a Holocaust survivor. So that's interesting, right? So we all have had our past and our past lives and all the things to work on. I just want to say thank you to Colby for having this space and building this community because I'm so grateful to have these opportunities. All right. I know that I have a mother here from Spirit, and I do know that she passed from cancer, because I do see that she would have gone through treatments. She would have gone through the treatments of cancer. She would have lost her hair, and I do feel she would have worn scarves during this time on her head.
Yes.
Okay, just let me give you a little bit more information. Thank you for speaking up, like Colby told me. All right. I do feel like this woman would have been a powerhouse of a woman, but she also had a very gentle kindness to her. That's what I feel. And I do feel this relationship was very, very close. And I know that she passed not in an elderly age, so I know that she passed sooner than she should have or could have. I do feel very drawn to this side of the room. Let me just see who I feel drawn to. I know she had a love of music as well, and I feel like piano would have been part of this. I know you're putting your hand up, but do you understand this information over here? I'm sorry?
She was not my mom. Sounds like my mom, but my mom was not young when she passed. She also was.
Okay. I guess we all have a different definition of young. Do you understand her not reaching like an elderly, like 80s? She was older. Okay. All right. Let me just keep working with her. Does anybody else understand this message?
Musician?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
She wasn't my mother, but she was a mother.
Okay. And you also understand this?
Yes.
Okay. And do you understand everything that I've said about her
Every single thing.
personality? And the piano I know is important because she keeps showing me this piano, so I feel like she would have played piano or there would have been a piano in the home. You understand? All three of you understand? Okay, let me see. And do both of you understand her passing before her time?
Yes.
I know she wasn't
Yes.
elderly. Okay. I know this is important, so I'm going to see between these two, but thank you for speaking up. I do feel like she passed gracefully, like she accepted her fate and she just, it's like she stayed pretty positive until the end of her life. Do you both understand this as well? Use your voice, please.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Because I know that it's like she would have been trying to boost your moral support almost, because you were going through a hard time with her passing, and she tried to keep the energy up. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Yes, both of you. Okay, and you both like right here. So it's a good little challenge. All right, I'm going to see who she's guiding me towards. I also feel that this piano is something that she would have played. I know I mentioned that already, but I feel like this would have been a big part of her life at one point. Do you understand this as well?
Yes.
Both of you, okay. And did you say she was a musician? Sorry, going back. All right. And piano was an instrument that she played?
Now, I don't know that she played it, but it was part of the band.
Okay, but you understand a piano being in the home and everything, and you as well?
Yes. She was not a musician, but she played piano
She
as
played
a
the
hobby.
piano. Okay.
And there was a
Around
piano.
the home, like she
Yeah.
would have loved to have this music and playing and everything like that. Is that correct for both of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Possibly is.
Well, she was a musician with the band for years.
Okay, but did she play the piano? That's very specific. Okay. I think I'm gonna work with Pam just because that's very clear to me that she was a piano player. I do feel like she's coming through today to lift your spirits again. Do you understand this? Because I feel like there's been a lot of struggles since she's passed. I feel like it's been really hard to overcome her passing and her loss. And she was the kind of person that just, even at the end of her life, wanted to lift you up. And I just want to like give you a big hug and share all the love that I feel from her, because I know that that's the kind of mom that she would have been. I feel like you would have had a lot of moments where you confided on her and leaned on her in her life. You understand this?
Yes.
Because she's sharing with me that you would have had the closeness of relationship that you would have been able to lean on her, even if you were going through stuff with like relationships and things like that. She was there for you. Do you understand this? And so I know that there was such a beautiful friendship as well between the two of you, because she makes that very clear as well. And it's like, I feel like she would have been very affectionate as well as a mom, because I feel like I want to like stroke your hair and tell you everything's going to be okay, and to put your chin up, so please take her love.
Thank you.
Okay. I do feel like I have a friend stepping forward here now, and I do feel like he had a rock and roll flair. That's what I want to say. This may have been more than a friend at times as well, I feel. So there may have been a romantic connection as well. I do feel like he had a little bit of the bad boy in him. That's what I feel. I feel like he did like to live life at the edge, and that he was a lot of fun. I feel very drawn to you, Maggie. Do you understand a friend that may have been a romantic connection?
I have a friend, but he wasn't really a romantic. We made one. I don't remember.
You don't have to tell us all your secrets, but.
I'm wondering if it's somebody that I don't know that is past.
Oh, okay. Well, let me keep working, because I don't want to just jump to you, but I was feeling very drawn to you. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that I have a friend here. I do feel like at times it could have been a romantic connection. I do feel like he lived life at the edge, and I do feel like he had a bit of that bad boy kind of vibe that he earned, I feel. I do feel actually, as I'm saying that, he might have been quite comfortable with the ladies. But there was a special connection between him and the person he's here for. I do feel like he passed young, and I do feel like alcohol was somehow involved in this as well. Okay. All right, so we have a few people here. And you're saying, yes, this is the person that you know about? You have to know about their passing.
We were
Yes.
very, 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 very close.
Okay.
One of my very best friends.
And you understand all of the stuff that I
Yes,
said
and
already?
he loved me.
Okay, all right, because I do feel this affection. At least you also probably did.
The romantic part is, well, let's see, how do I put it?
Just tell us. Tell us. You can whisper in my ear later.
No, we want the play-by-play now.
Okay, do you understand alcohol is part
Yeah,
of this passing,
yeah.
both of you? Okay, and is to somebody else? I think you. Me. Yes. Do you understand everything that it says? Okay. Okay, this is an interesting game today. How everybody's okay. I have to wrap this up quickly, so I want to make sure I get to the right person. Okay. Well, I do feel that I'm here for somebody who's single, and I know Elise is married. Are you also single? Okay, and I know that you're single. You're married. Okay. All right, because I feel like he's talking about your going through the dating and maybe not always being treated. Let me go back a little bit. He's talking about not always being treated the way that you deserve to be, like the way that he would have wanted to treat you. So maybe I'm misunderstanding that. That's not you, okay. Do you understand? That makes sense. That makes sense to you? Okay. Because I feel like he's like saying your picker's been a little bit off with men. Do you understand that? Like if he was here, he would be, protecting you a little bit with the people that you've been choosing. Do you understand this? I don't want to air out all your dirty laundry here. Okay. I do feel with this gentleman that, okay, and you understood the romantic connection between you
It's
and
a
him?
love and not like a physical.
Okay, but you understand that there would have been an affection between you?
Yeah, there's a strong love.
Okay. All right. Well, if I'm with you, I just feel like he wants to say, make sure that you choose men that would treat you the way that he would have treated you. And I feel like he's trying to look out for you from the spirit world. Like if the things don't work out with the men that you're trying to hook up with, it's because he's getting in the middle. Like he still has your back from spirit. That's what I feel. And I just want to leave you with that.
She's like, oh, tell me, we want to know right now what happened. So I love it. So you guys ready for some more messages? Yes. Okay. Our next medium, also a dear friend of mine, I've known her for quite a few years now, and always love how supportive she is to students, to other mediums. You always find her raising the vibration of love and using it to help others. And I love listening to her and sharing her love book. It's beautiful, it's lovely, it's warm. She is an LWI SSD master teacher, and it's quite an honor to have her here today, volunteering and serving spirit with us. So please put your hands together for my friend, Karen Anderson.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to really project my voice. One, because I really talk very neatly, and two, call me Toby too. Three is because I've got a little bit of a cold, so I'm going to project my voice out. But even with a cold, that's going to come through. I've even shown up with fevers and vomiting in the car before I got there, so look at you through. And on the way here, I hit the 405. I come from Rio into a hill area. 405 and the 101 weren't friends today. And I was closed. And I said, oh, angels, please fly with me. Like, oh, wait, I can take that back. That's going to take me crossed over. No, don't do that. I got to just go. But they got me here. Late, but I'm here. So welcome, everyone. And I'm so honored to be part of Colby's amazing little engine that could. She's little, but she's mighty. She's mighty for spirit. She's mighty for love. She's just mighty with teaching, and I'm so honored to be a part of that. And I know all of you that love her and have stand side by side with her, joined in with me to congratulate her on her second anniversary and many more. Okay, so. I feel like I'm on this side of the room. I have a woman. She says she was a sister. She could be a sister-in-law. But I feel a sister that's in spirit about middle age. I'd say in her 40s to 50s. Does anybody resonate with you? Okay, I'm feeling that near the end or near the winding down of my life, my body wouldn't work for me. I had to use wheelchairs, walkers, canes, or anything. Does anybody resonate with that? Use yourself?
I think so.
Okay. But this could just be a symbolization. She's telling me the body would work for her. Do you resonate with that? Okay. I do feel this made her very angry. She was a very active person, or wanted to be active, or wished she could be more active because people would fuss over her and she didn't want the fussing. Does this make sense to you?
She was angry, but she wanted to be more active, but people did not.
Okay. Would she fuss about people trying to help her? She's really adamant about that. and she was like in my ear. I think it's okay, let me get a little bit more information before we find this out. Does that make sense to you, Tricia?
Yes.
How about to you, Steve? No? Okay, then I think I'm going to continue here. I do have a feeling of my body is disintegrating in my hands. In other words, no matter what the medical community tells me, I'm not matching those milestones. Does that make any sense to either one of you? I feel something with my head. Either my head was in the wrong place or it, which means by this emotionally near the end or mentally near the end. I wasn't really have my wits about me. Does that resonate with you? I do feel like this nutrition. She's saying she was a scrapper, a fighter, and the anger that was inside of her wasn't meant to anybody outside. Does that make sense to you? Like she would take her anger over pain and put it onto other people. Does that make sense to you? Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. She's saying hurt people hurt people. Do you understand what she's saying? So she's saying, I'm sorry, but I came from a hurt position. And it's only that I've now crossed and saw the light. She's defining their words. That I really understand you create your own life. I came into this situation that hurt me, but it was from hurt that they carried. It's interesting. YuSon talked about ancestral stuff. You know, usually it's not what we eat, it's what we carry. And it's, I just want to tell myself. But the thing is that she's saying that she's learning how to not take stuff on that she had no control over. And when she had no control over it, it made her angry because that's what she wanted more than anything was control. Do you understand? Say it a little louder.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. She's saying you are a soft place to land. Do you understand? You're always a soft place to land. Do you understand? She's saying I was more of like sandpaper, but you're a soft place. And she's so grateful because you have no idea the ripple effect, the wake that you make. She didn't even notice that until she crossed the river. So she wants to thank you for being who you are. If she couldn't see it in her life, really, she apologizes. Is this a sister image? This is my sister. Totally. Wow.
Can I just ask something?
Of course.
Does she come as a butterfly?
Can you say it a little louder?
Does she come to me as a butterfly?
Yes, she, not only a butterfly, but winged ones. And on the way here, I saw two hawks. So she wants to let you know, she wants to talk to you, give you messages, because you have that ability yourself to listen in and hear.
I see her.
See her.
I do. And tell her thank you for the talk.
You tell her, she's
Thank
saying,
you for the talk.
and I'll leave you with that. Thank you. She's very vocal. She's loud. I'm sorry not to see. Thank you. Like everybody else. You know, I'm with this kind of thing. Okay, I do have a gentleman here, and I feel the name of Sam or Samuel or something like this. Sam. Does anybody resonate with this Sam? You do. Okay. Then on this side, I do feel drawn to this side. I feel like this man is someone that felt he did not get to spend as much time as he wanted to with those that he loved. Does this make sense to you? It's yes or no? The more you think about it, the more your ego gets involved. Okay. All right. Do you feel this about him, that you had wished that he had spent more time with you?
Yes.
There we go. See how they say it. I go back to him and say, what do you mean? Just tell me now. You know, it should be breathing. You should be breathing. In his life and at the end of his life.
Yes.
Okay, because he's having me feel I had difficulty to breathe, but also I didn't deep breathe. I didn't embrace life. Do you understand?
Yes.
But I feel on some level he came in with some adventure or journey that affected his lungs, or something he did that amplified that. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm smelling fire, so this could be a natural firefighter, or fire, or there he smoked. He smoked.
It's just my mother's uncle and my mother's father, my grandfather.
So you brought everybody. Okay. I do feel the man that we talked about earlier, he has it just like over here. There's unfinished business and there's opportunity for you to say, I want to come in, I want to leave you love, and I want to fly on out of here because this is not for me, but this is for me because of you and family members around Georgetown. Is this your uncle we're speaking to? Yeah. Stubborn, sorry, but could be like, you know, a mule that won't move. He would be like that. And he said, well, I was called a mule, but we have to keep it clean. But he's saying that he's learned, just like over here, that stubbornness came from a sense of control. Because I'm not going to have happen to me now I'm older what happened or what I saw happen in the Georgetown. So there's part of it that shut off emotionally. And you see, that's self-preservation. He's a man of a little word, but he wants to get to you right now because you have a lot of, you can say to a lot of people about words. He's watching over the family. And who's the baby? Is there a baby coming in? Is there a grandchild on his side or your side? I mean, from your family or his family. I'm feeling a baby coming through, showing you new. Or is there a baby that you know of? There is.
My daughter.
Is having a baby?
No, I lost my daughter.
Okay.
Is it a baby just?
He's holding a baby. Let me see. Two ways. The daughter, but I do feel there's a new baby coming forward. Do you know anybody in the family that's expecting? If not, then you're going to have a baby.
Not right now. Might be a surprise.
Just might be, but he's saying something about a new, a do-over, a new opportunity. Oh, maybe he's coming back. I never say never. After 19 years of doing this professionally, I never say never. And your daughter on the other side, did she have breathing issues?
She got a congestive heart failure.
Yes. You will always have my heart. You will always have my heart. You will always have my heart. She keeps saying this over and over and over. My heart is very fragile, but my spirit's mighty. And she's huge. Huge energy. But I think your uncle needed to clear some fog and stubborn. So I'm going to say sorry for that. Thank you so much.
All right, we still have more messages. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So our next medium is just a beautiful vessel for a spirit. She's actually a clinical psychologist, which it's just phenomenal when you see about how spirit will use your skills and your gifts and then transcend to see how you can help others, right? They don't just kind of keep you in one place. And I believe mediumship runs generation after generation in her family. So it was inevitable that she was going to do this anyway. Right? There's a part of us that takes that logical path, right? And then the spirit goes, not today, my friend. So it's quite a blessing that spirit has chosen our next medium to work and to serve, because as you'll see, her accuracy is impeccable, her delivery, her compassion is just so evident in her messages. So please put your hands together for Lima Bergmann.
Good morning, everyone. This has been a really amazing day so far, yes?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Okay, I have a gentleman. I have a gentleman who, he's actually kind of theatrical, I want to say. I feel like not only did he love the theater, but I feel like he actually participated in some sort of theater. He's an older gentleman, and I feel like this was a part of his life. So can anybody take somebody who is very theatrical? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and you as well. Okay, anybody over here? Yes. Oh, okay, just throw it out there. Okay. All right. So, I feel like this was a grandfather.
Yes.
Yes for you.
No.
No and no. Okay. All right. And was he a grandfather at all? Maybe not your grandfather, because I'm feeling like he's a grandfather. Okay. Yeah, he's definitely your grandfather. So would this be your grandfather?
Yes.
Okay. And not for you. Okay. And I feel like it was musicals. I feel like he enjoyed theater, but I feel like he also enjoyed music a lot. I hear a lot of music around. Do you understand that? Okay, that's super clear to me.
Musical theater?
Yes, like musical
Yeah, yes.
theater. Okay, because it's a very. I also feel like I'm also seeing a bow tie on him. Would he worn bow ties?
In the movies, yes.
Okay. This was very much a part of him feeling. I almost feel like this gentleman went through life playing out different characters in his own life. Like, I feel like he identified with movies and theater almost to the point where his own personality was very attached to these characters. Does that make sense to you? You don't know?
No.
Anybody over here? Okay. All right, so let me just back this up again and see where he's going with it. He passed suddenly. He did not have a long illness.
Yes.
This I know. Okay. And so I am drawn to you. So let me see where. Did you not know him very well?
He detached emotionally to a degree.
Okay, because I feel like he lived in this fantasy world of these characters and this theater. I feel like he didn't really know his own sense of self. He lived amongst, this is the psychologist in me that gets tied up in this stuff. But I feel like he really identified with theater because his own sense of self wasn't really strong. Did you understand that at all?
No. It's too young.
You were too young to know this. Okay. Let me just try and understand why he's coming through today, why he's connecting, and that will maybe flesh out for sure why we're here. I want to say that there is uncertainty going on in your life right now, if this is you, if this is for you. There's an uncertainty, and you're not really sure what path to take in. It's something that you're doing. I keep coming back over here again.
I would say no.
So, okay, then
Okay.
I keep getting drawn back over here. Does this make sense to you? There's something that's going on in your life that you are not clear about whether you should do or not, and this is the uncertainty that I feel from him. So this personality, even though he's not your grandfather, does this personality make sense to you?
Yes.
That he very strongly identified with the characters that he saw or the characters that he played because he didn't have a strong sense of his own self. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
That does, okay. I'm getting the chills now, so I do feel definitely like I'm being, so sorry. Thank you for trying to about it. But I definitely feel, and I feel like the reason he's coming through now is because you are struggling with something in your life where you're questioning who you are. There's a question of who you are and which path you're supposed to take. Okay? And why he's coming through, sweetie, seriously, why he's coming through is because he wants you to know how strong you really are. And that you're doubting yourself, he's saying, is a bunch of BS. Okay? Because he's telling you, you know how strong you are, and you have to do, as Colby was saying, you have to sit with yourself. You have to sit with yourself because he wishes he'd been more grounded when he was here. And you are more grounded than he was. And he's not, there's this part of him that is as ungrounded as that was, and this could be his evolving in the spirit world. He doesn't want you to do that. He's almost cracking his whip at you and saying, you're better than that, you're stronger than that. Sit with this choice that you have to make. You'll find the answer, because you already know the answer. And you're going through a period of self-doubt right now that's going to circle around to exactly where you were supposed to be. Okay? actually have a young woman now, and I have a young woman who's very light in spirit. She passed younger. I don't want to give an age. I just want to say she was. Okay, this is a young woman who was not married or she did not have children. She was a single woman. She was young, but I don't want to say she was a child. So a young woman, and it was an accident. And and she is so light in spirit, and I feel almost when she was here, she had a feeling that she was not going to be here long. With this person for you, I feel like this is more of a friend. Okay, this is not a relative. Okay, this is a friend. And would this young woman have conveyed to you that this feeling that she was not going to live long? Yes, okay. I feel like she was such a light.
Yes.
And she was I almost feel like she was an angel walking on earth. That's what she feels like to me. She is, like, I'm getting, like, full of just this blessing of just her presence here. And I feel like you knew that about her. You knew what a light she was. And she was drawn to you. She was very drawn to you. I don't feel like you grew up with her, though. You met later. And but there was a definite magnet between the two of you, yes. Because I feel like you saw something in her that other people didn't see. Does that make sense to you? Yeah,
And
you
I
saw her soul.
I just loved the way that she was totally herself.
Yes.
She embraced
And
that.
you saw what other people couldn't see. Like I said, you saw through that, quote, weirdness. You saw her soul. And she's here to thank you for that. And to acknowledge that the fact that you were able to see that, whereas others couldn't, speaks to the beautiful soul that you are. And she wants you to know how special you are. You have a gift as well. You have a gift. You're very intuitive. You're very intuitive, and I think that you don't just see people, you see souls. Yeah. And that was her. That was all what she was about here. Living her own truth. And she's just so proud to have been your friend while she was here. Yes.
She was killed in a car accident.
Yes.
At 16.
Yes.
And we were supposed to move here together, and teenagers think that, but she's never left me.
She's not. She's around you all the time. You are soul connected for sure.
And when she passed, I could not turn the light out for an entire month because I felt her.
It's very
Right
strong.
there.
A very strong connection.
Yeah, and I was with her the night that she passed, and I was supposed to go into a car, and I decided not to get into the car that crashed.
Wow.
And I didn't see what happened, and we were meeting somewhere else, and I was waiting for her, and I didn't find out. And it's funny because after that we were supposed to go ghost watching.
Oh,
But
wow.
the ironic thing was, and she didn't show up.
Spirit works in amazing ways, and she's just so blessed to have known you, and blessed that you did not get into that car with her because it wasn't your time. And so thank you for being
You have it in you for a couple more messages?
Yes.
And then we have a party. Let's see. I have a father here. He makes me feel like this is a man who definitely likes to work with his hands. He's always right, so you're not even going to win an argument with him, okay? He's very sharp. He makes me feel like very sharp in all areas. So I think he would talk about politics, religion, but he's definitely opinionated. So I see a strong man who's opinionated. This makes me feel like it's a father. he also keeps showing me that he just prided himself on knowing more than you. So that's the sense I keep getting. And okay, so and I also keep feeling with him. You know what's interesting too? I do believe he had good posture until the end of his life, or towards the later years, because I keep feeling like it's stand up straight, stand up, don't you slouch. And then at the end, he actually physically couldn't stand up. So do you understand this?
I do.
You do? Okay, you do as well? Okay. I keep feeling John here, but let's see how this goes. Would you also understand, I do feel like perhaps it's illness that creates the passing, or something that kind of goes through the body. Does that resonate for you?
Not totally through the body.
Okay, the ladies in the back, and okay, we all understand that as well. You all understand that? Yes? Use your voice.
Yes.
Okay. I almost feel like this is actually cancer, though. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Okay. And would you also, does everything else make sense to you, honey? The posture thing is really a big deal. That personality, knowing everything, you understand that as well? Okay. Do you also, I also keep hearing an M name come through, maybe for someone in the living or in spirit. I don't know if there's a Mike or Mark or something like that. Oh, that's right behind you? Okay. You understand the name Mike or Mark as well, Carl?
Yes.
And would this also be a father for you as well?
Yes.
But you don't understand the cancer.
No.
Would you understand everything else?
Yes.
You sure you don't? He's bringing me back up. It's not for you, Carl. So if you'll just keep listening in, he's bringing me back up.
To me.
Yeah, do you understand it?
There's an M name in the family, my cousin.
Okay. Keep showing me back to you, sweet pea. I like your dad. He's very direct, isn't he? I try to move away. He goes, So you would understand him being a little strict as well. Would that make sense?
Yes.
You had some house rules. You needed to make sure things were done, chores, things like that. Am I right?
He's very strict.
Okay, got it. Almost military-like, though. You understand that? Okay, thank you. Very neat. Don't make a mess. You're almost like, I know, it's so bad, but I get the sense too with him. I believe that, obviously there's difficulty with communicating his emotions or the loving emotions. I feel like that was something that, his sense of pride wouldn't let him do. Do you understand that as well? Yes? Okay. And he also gives me this feeling, though, of wanting to tell, I do just feel like I'm with you. I really appreciate everyone, but her dad is just, I can't even move. I try, and he keeps pulling me, boom, boom. So I know this is for you. And I see a P name as well. There's a P connected as well. Patrick, Patricia, something like that. So anyhow, I'm just going to leave that part. You can think about it. But he gives me this feeling around where, he wasted so much time for the illusion of what was right and what was wrong, the black and the white. And he just feels like he wasted so much time and not seeing what was important, and that was telling you how much he loves you. That was really telling you how proud he is of you, giving you those kisses when you need it, giving you those hugs more when you needed that father rather than the disciplinarian. But he wants to tell you he has seen each and every victory. He has seen each and every time that you rose up through the challenges to kind of stand up for yourself and to love yourself and to never give up. And he wants to tell you, I love you. I love you, and I'm saying I love you, and I'm sorry I didn't say it enough, but you have to know I love you today, every day, and I am just beyond proud of everything you represent. So I'll leave that with you. I have a young boy here. He's a young man. I feel like 10 or under 10 or something like this. I do feel like this is an accident, a sudden passing, unexpected passing. And I do feel like he gives me the sense where I don't feel that this is your child, but you are connected to the family of this child. I do know that you're aware of the family or with the family. So it might be in a neighborhood or something connected to this. Yes, can anyone understand? You can? Okay. And is he around the age of 10? Would that be correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would you understand the suddenness of the passing, like an accident?
Yes.
That's what I'm getting.
Yes.
I'm not sure if there's water involved, but would you understand water? Okay. Or something with the lungs being impacted.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Because I'm feeling, well, I'm feeling there's obviously something with the lungs, okay? Would you also understand, I do, but I believe you would have known him in the neighborhood, is that correct?
No, but he was a friend's child.
Okay, he keeps showing me, do you know enough about him? Like, he keeps showing me riding a bike, so I
Yes.
think this kid just
Yes.
loves to ride a bike and
Yes.
ride it around the
All over
neighborhood.
the
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
I even think it's like one of those like kind of BMX bikes or something. You might not even know the kind of bike, but I feel like it's one of those BMX bikes because he thought it was like really cool trying to do tricks on it. He gives me the feeling, I feel like he's such a good kid. Like he's a good kid, he's a bright kid, he's very friendly, he's sitting there helping people. I think he tried to make his own money. So even though he's like 10, he's like trying to do little things to kind of make his own little dollars here and there. Because I do feel like he, you know, he's really good at saving. I think he has a little piggy bank. You should, because I feel like he left behind a piggy bank. And he gives me this sense where, would you understand ball with him, baseball or something connected in that as well? Okay, thank you. Because I feel like his parents either still have his baseball stuff or they haven't fully gotten rid of it. Because they make me feel like they have a little, there's a room where some of this stuff still is. Would you know that or not know that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I believe that there's a baseball in that room. And I believe, or something, a hat or a baseball. And I believe that the parents go into the room. And I believe that they talk to it. Perhaps you can ask them. But because he wants to tell them, I'm there with you, I hear you. I believe that there's a stuffed animal in that room as well. A bear or some little stuff. I wonder if they have a dog named Bear. Wouldn't that be crazy? Would you happen to know if they have a dog, a pet dog?
They do have a dog. I don't think its name is, I can't remember its name. It's not, I don't think.
Okay,
They
do
do
you
have a
understand the dog? Because the
Yes.
boy wants to recognize the dog
Yes.
and acknowledge the dog.
They were
Okay?
very close.
So either it looks like a bear or bear hug or something's connected in that way.
All right.
He just wants to tell, like, you know, can you give a message to the parents? Is that okay?
Yes.
You know, he wants to just share with them, I'm still with you. And I think they have difficulty fully embracing that,
Yes.
fully trusting that.
Yes.
And so, and again, I'm not, I know I'm paraphrasing here. There's something like I believe they blame God or there's something like this. And he's trying to tell them, please don't, that I'm okay, I am safe, you have to know I'm all around you. And I really feel like, especially for the mom, they're really wanting her to kind of live more fully, or as fully as she can. Obviously, it's difficult, but he just keeps saying, but Mom, I'm okay. You don't even have to worry about me anymore. I'm okay. And I'll see you again. I promise I'll see you again. He gives me angel wings for her, so let her know that angel wings are his sign for her. And I'll leave that with you. Do you know William or Billy name also connected to that family?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Anyhow, I will leave that with you, but just, he sends his love to Mom and Dad, okay? Okay, all right, I'll leave that with you. We did it! We got it here. What a full day. You can, listen, I know there are so many spirits here, and obviously we wish we could get to each and every one of you. But just know, trust me, if you came in thinking or feeling of a loved one, they are here with you today, okay? It's really just kind of those ones, maybe someone needed to hear a particular message today. Maybe, you know, sometimes those loved ones are just a little bossier than others. You know how it is. I mean, you know, look at me. If I wanted to get through from the spirit side, better bring me through. So we have that. So just know, but I do hope that you enjoyed the messages of those that did get one. We have a couple things coming up. Now, as you know, we have events here, there's classes, all sorts of things. If you sign up for the mailing list, it's Colby, what is that? ColbyRebelSpiritCenter.com. You can sign up for the email list, and we send like 1 or 2 out a month, just letting you know what's going on here. We have amazing teachers, coaches, mediums, doing all sorts of events. I mean, Jules has got one coming up here, YuSon's got one, but let's talk a little bit about what we do have coming up, okay? So Jules' place is just like 5 minutes from here. So tonight, Tonight she's got a full moon sound bath. That's right. That's right. You bathe yourself in that. The full moon is so great though. What a time to kind of cleanse and rebirth, right? She also, I mentioned that she does the Reiki. So July 19th and 20th, she is teaching a weekend of Reiki level 1 and 2. So if you are a beginner and want to kind of just see what it's about, great opportunity to do it. If you want to take it to the next level, she'll take you there through that weekend. And she's also got a beginner's mediumship coming up and a crystal healer later that she can talk to you about later after if you stay. Now, YuSon here, YuSon was our speaker today. One thing I love that she does is she usually does it here, which is wonderful. It's a weekend she does it, and it's basically a level 1, so beginner. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm putting it out there, this is the class for you. She helps you heal and manifest using various modalities. So the Akashic records, or the intuition, trusting your senses, understanding, releasing, it's just a palette of information, and it's wonderful. I mean, people just love this. And then later, if you do that one, she has got a level 2 coming up. So that's August the 3rd right here. So we have lots of stuff. You can, Karen Anderson, all of the ladies are on Facebook. Follow them on Facebook. You can like the professional page if you want to see what we've got going on here. So much good stuff. I have the development circle coming up August 6th. That's it's more intermediate or advanced, but if you're looking to kind of hone your own gifts, come hang out with me. And then August 15th, Lisa Williams is coming to LA for one day, so it's very exciting. So she is coming here. Our 16th workshop is sold out, but we have 4 spots left. I talked her into doing a Thursday work. I talked her in, listen everybody, I'm not kidding, this is no joke. I talked her into rescheduling her wedding dress fitting. So we can squeeze, see, I got your back. So we can squeeze in an extra workshop. And we only have 4 spots left for that Thursday. And that Friday night, we will be at the El Portal Theater for an evening of mediumship demonstration. Very exciting to get your tickets. So now after here, we're gonna put out some snacks. I'm very much into bribery. I really am. I love it. Huge fan of it. I think it works every time. Nothing works better than alcohol. So I've got some little bit of wine. We're going to put out some snacks. Please feel free to stay and mingle and eat and talk to one another. We're going to move some of the chairs out, make it a little more open for you. I do just want to take one last moment. It's 2 years. So for each and every one of you who committed your morning to spend here with us, I really am just so grateful. I really am. I know there's a million things you could go be doing. And the fact that you chose to spend time here and with us, I really appreciate it. I want to just give a special shout out to our mediums and our speaker today. Each month, we have 3 mediums and a speaker. Each month, 4 light workers, professional light workers, have donated their time and their energy. We've never not had enough mediums for our service. That tells you the level of caliber we have here in our town and in our city. And I really do want to just thank you ladies so much. Thank you. It really means a lot to me. And